Hello and Shabbat Shalom to you. Hope that you are enjoying the last bit of Friday so that you can fully enjoy Shabbat, which is rapidly approaching for us as we enter the very interesting Torah portion called Ekev. Ekev, actually, in the modern Hebrew, the word Ekev has the connection to the word heel in it, and Akevim in modern Hebrew refers to high heels, high-heeled shoes. But the Torah portion has lots of interesting things, including the discussion of manna. That's the food that fell for the Israelites in the wilderness, and lots of other interesting reflections from Moses while talking in the book of Deuteronomy. Right, the book of Deuteronomy is a 37-day-long speech from Moses, so it's his recap. But in the recap in this week's Torah portion in Ekev, we have the very cool connection to Shivat Haminim, the 7 species. So you see some of them behind me here, and the Torah goes out of its way to mention the 7 species that are within this week's Torah portion. And the 7 species are wheat, barley, grapevines, figs, pomegranates, olive oil, and dates. And those are the 7 species of Israel, the Shivat Haminim. Lots of beautiful artistic renditions of what it looks like. Here's just one example. You can also buy pretty ones for your home and posters and banners and frame photos. It's all over Israel because it's a beautiful connection that these are the items that are part of Israel. But what I want to mention is not just these, because they're incredible. But what I mention in this message about Ekev is the Israelites are nowhere still. They're not in the promised land yet. They're just nowhere. I mean, they're near it, but haven't come in there yet, and so they can't appreciate these 7 species. In fact, if you remember and recall all the dialogues and all the griping that happens from the Israelites as they travel, they reflect on at some point, even though they're free and have been free for years and years and years and years, because this is literally almost the end of the 40 years. A lot of the Israelites in their griping were saying, "Oh, I wish we were back in Egypt where there were leeks and onions, and we're trapped here." And so it's not like Moses and God, right, are providing them these beautiful, delicious 7 species right there. It's almost like a foreshadow. It is this blueprint. So my question for us is, why? Why put this here when really it's not tangible? The Israelites don't have access to this. And I think it's because of that blueprint. I think it's because God, through Moses, wants us to appreciate what the land will be. Well, wants us to appreciate what the land of Israel will look like. And if you have been to the land of Israel recently, I was recently there, then you know, and particularly because the brilliance of Israel and the brilliance of the agricultural systems and technologies of Israel, when you go, you can see these species. Even though Israel's a desert, you can see the wheat and the barley and the grapes and the delicious wines and the delicious figs and dates and pomegranates and olive oil. All of those things are in Israel. And so it is as if that blueprint has been fulfilled. But the Israelites don't have it in this moment. So I want us to think about how we get motivated, I guess a little bit on this Shabbat. Does that work for us? Does the idea work for us that we sort of have the prize dangled in front of us so that we are motivated to go? Or is it mildly cruel to have the Israelites sitting nowhere but dangle these incredible delicious foods in front of them? I want us to sort of think about that. Mostly also just think about and appreciate the land of Israel and how all these species have been fulfilled. We have done it. Israel has done it. Israel has fulfilled this for us. And so when you are able to go to visit, you can experience and feel all the Shivat Minim from this week's Torah portion. Services are not that long from now. They are in a couple of hours, 6:30. And then tomorrow morning, still in our summer hours, 9 a.m. for our service and Torah study. Look forward to seeing you soon. Shabbat Shalom.